it's me, Kelly. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to be setting up my October TBR. Now when I'm recording this, it is like the middle of September, so it kind of feels a little weird talking about October, but by the time I post this video, we have like a week left of September, so it kind of works out in the end. I'm super excited about October. It's probably my favorite month out of the year because of the cozy fall vibes, plus like spooky season, the core of it, of Halloween, my favorite holiday, and I think it's like the perfect time to get some fall reading done. So we are going to set my TBR. I'm going to be using a wheel like I did last time. I've been liking the wheel a lot more. It's just a little less arts and crafts for me, more digital, which is kind of nice. So we're gonna spin a wheel to pick some prompts, and then those prompts I'm going to find books on my shelves that kind of go with those prompts. Alrighty, so we are gonna choose 6 books for my TBR. I will say I am adding a extra book if needed. It's Soul Searching by Lila Sage. It doesn't come out until the end of September. I get to see her for a author event in October, so I will be getting that book, and I want to read it sometime in the month of October. If a prompt matches that, I'll choose it, but if not, I'm just gonna add it as an extra book on my TBR. So super excited. Let's get to the wheel. It's fun and festive for the month of October. Alright, so here is the wheel. We have some Halloween colors of black, purple, and orange. It took me a while to set this up because I wanted to shuffle it, but then if I shuffled it, it would ruin the pattern, and I did not like that. So they're sort of in alphabetical order. I could shuffle it, but I want the pattern to stay like this until I keep removing some. So we're gonna start with this. Let's start with our first prompt. I'm gonna be choosing 6 prompts today. Let's see what our first prompt is. Well, this is perfect. The first is a paranormal book. This is actually really nice because I believe Soul Searching by Lila Sage is a paranormal romance type book. It definitely has paranormal vibes. I remember her saying that in like a TikTok or something like that. So that's gonna be my first choice. I obviously don't have it because it comes out September 30th, I believe, but I'm going to go see her for an author event in October, so that will be my first book on my October TBR, which is super exciting. A new release, and by an author that I really enjoy and have read all of her books so far, so exciting. Alright, that kind of worked out considering I really wanted that book on my TBR, so it worked out great. We're gonna spin again for book number 2 on the TBR. Let's see what we get. Wow, okay, the wheel knows that it is spooky season. We want something spooky and Halloween vibe. So we have witches, vampires, or monsters. So the book has to have one of those 3. Alright, book number 2 for witches, vampires, monsters TBR prompt is going to be What the Hex by Jessica Clare. Now this was put on my fall TBR because obviously I need to read this in the month of October, and this is a perfect book for this prompt. This is a enemies to lovers has never been more enchanting than in this witchy romantic comedy. I got this book through a book swap, so I thought this would be perfect for October and witchy. Our main character, Penny, wants nothing more than to be familiar to a witch. She's been a member of the Society of Familiars ever since she was old enough to join the fam. There's just a small problem: no one's hiring. Witches and warlocks are so long-lived that there are far more familiars available than witches to train them. So when an unorthodox arrangement to apprentice under the table to a forbidden warlock presents himself, she takes it. Interesting. So this will be book number 2. I'm super excited. It definitely is very witchy Halloween vibes, and I'm loving it so far. The vibes are just there for October, so this will be book number 2. Alright, we are going to go to book number 3, or spin number 3. Let's see, so far we're doing really great with this October spooky Halloween vibe. Let's see if we can keep it up or if the wheel's gonna change it up on us. Nope, we're gonna keep it with the fall spooky vibes with some leaves on the cover, because obviously fall is when leaves start falling from the trees to the ground, and that's where kids get to jump into piles of leaves and they turn pretty colors and all that. So one of my favorite parts of fall is the leaves changing colors. So let's see what I can find on my shelves that have some leaves on the cover. All right, we have a couple choices. Obviously I always pick a bunch of books and then narrow down to what I really want to read. So these are the books that I thought had leaves on the cover or like could go with this prompt. The first one is Ghost at a Watchman by Harper Lee. This is like the second book after To Kill a Mockingbird, which is one of my favorite classic books. Leaves, the yellow leaves, I feel like kind of represent something or symbolize something. And it's more prominent. I mean, you'll see on the next book that like I kind of stretched the leaves on the cover, prompted to try to fit to this book, but this one definitely, like, you can tell there's leaves on the trees, so that's why I chose this. Now, speaking of trees, I chose One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid because there was palm trees at the bottom, but palm trees isn't really fall vibes for me, and I was really stretching it because I was like, oh, leaves, palm leaves. Next we have Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. This cover just screams fall with the colors, and then we have this leaf right here up in the top left corner, or right corner. Sorry. I know my directions. But the colors are really just like screaming fall to me, and it has a couple leaves at the top, so that's why. And the last book is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. We have some leaves on the gold symbol right here. I mean, that's really what drew me in, and I know this is like a fantasy type book, so it would be really great to read for a cozy day. But those are what I chose, so I'm gonna pick, maybe like read the back and see which one I like the best. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with Maybe Meant to Be by K.L. Walther. The only other book I've read by her is The Summer of Broken Rules, and that was maybe like 2 years ago, I want to say. I don't really remember, but this cover, like I said, is just screaming fall vibes with the colors, and I really like this little blurb at the top. It says, if Charlie and Sage are meant to be, why can't Sage stop kissing Charlie's brother? And why can't Charlie stop thinking about kissing the new boy at school? So that like hooked me, and I'm like, what? Huh? So super excited to see what this book is about and learn a little bit more about these characters. So this is book number 3 on my October TBR. All right, we have already half of our books picked out for October. Let's see if the wheel is going to keep up with these vibes. I'm loving it, but also I'm okay with a little surprise. Oh, this one's going to be fun. We have Blindly Choose. Alright, so for Blindly Choose, what I was thinking is I was going to close my eyes and just go, wah. But what I think I'm going to do is I have the stack of fall books in front of me from when I did my fall TBR, or setting that up. So I think I'm just going to maybe have Austin, or I can mix it up. Somebody needs to mix it up. I'm going to close my eyes and blindly choose one of them. So let me go see if he's busy. Okay, unfortunately he is busy. So, you know what? This is what I do, because I have a really big stack, and there's big books that I know and little books that I know. I'm going to take the little books and make a smaller stack, and choose from those. So, hold on. I made a smaller stack, because if I did all the books, I would know, like, the hardcovers and the soft covers and all that. So, these are all relatively the same size. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to maybe put them this way, and then change them up and pick one randomly. We'll see. I'm just going to close my eyes and mix them up. So I have no idea. And I'm not cheating, so don't think I'm cheating, because I have no idea what, like, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Maybe I'll put these here. Okay, so here we go. You guys can see the stack of books. I cannot. My eyes are closed. Ooh, like, I don't even remember what is in the stack. Okay. which one do I want? Maybe I'll go, if I feel the spines, I think I'll know, so maybe I'll do this. Let's do this one. This will be the book I choose. Oh! Wow, okay. That's not what I was expecting. I really thought I picked up Red Rising for some reason. We have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is like a mystery YA book, and I'm pretty sure there's a show also for this, so this would be kind of fun. It's definitely gives the little like mysterious spooky vibe, I feel like, for October, so this is a great pick for the October TBR, so let's add it. Alright, I actually really like blindly choosing because I literally had no idea what was in my hand. I mean, I could kind of feel the covers and different texture, but like I had no idea. That was fun. Definitely should do that more often. But let's go ahead and spin for book number 5. We're getting close to the end, but let's see what book number 5 is going to be, or prompt is going to be. A romance book! Perfect! I have just the perfect, like, for this. You'll see. Alright, we are going to put Just My Type by Fallon Ballard now. This is part of my fall TBR, so I knew exactly when I got romance, I was like, yep, we're gonna put this one. I'm very interested in this. I've heard Fallon Ballard has some pretty good little romance books, so I'm super excited to add this to the TBR. All I know is like she's in journalism and she has to work with like her high school ex. Sounds interesting. This is gonna be book number 5. I also love the color, this color background for the cover, because purple's my favorite, but I really like it. It just like pops out for sure. So this will be book number 5, my favorite number, Just My Type by Fallon Ballard. Alright, and then there was we have one more book to choose, or prompt and book to choose for my October TBR, so let's go ahead and spin and see what the wheel is going to decide for our last prompt. Okay, under 300 pages. It wants to give me a small, short little book, which I appreciate, because if it gave me a book more than 400 pages, I think I would scream, because I have a lot of choices. It's just I don't want to throw myself into those just yet. So under 300 pages, let's take a look and see what's going on the stack or the TBR. Alright, so my two choices are very, very different from each other, and as I was looking, a lot of my books are over 300 pages, like most of them, but I do have a lot of manga books which are typically shorter. So I have Jujutsu Kaisen book number 1 from the manga. I watched a little bit of JJK, not the whole series, so I don't know the whole thing, but I do have it. I could put a manga on here, but it's been a while since I read a manga, so it'd kind of be nice to read this, and I feel like JJK is spooky type vibes. I also have Dissolving Classroom by Junji Ito, and he's like a horror manga writer, so that might be kind of fun. I also have, that's not manga, it's If Cats Disappeared from the World by Genki Karamara. I got this as like a $5 book in Barnes & Noble's like Starbucks, and it's like a short story about a young postman's days are numbered, light and as puzzling as a fairy tale, but then steadily it raises its cosmic stakes higher than any thriller. I don't know, it seems interesting. I also think the cat's really, really cute, and I don't know, it's be something different than what I'm used to reading, and I would love to read this. I'm in between. It's been a while since I've read a manga, but also this interests me a lot, so alright, I think I'm gonna go with Dissolving Classroom by Junji Ito. I've watched the like series on Netflix. It's like the Macbeth series or something like that, where it's like his little short stories are made into animated. It's fun. I mean, it's not fun. It's kind of like Twilight Zone, but like creepy and gory, and I kind of love that stuff. So I definitely don't have that on my TBR, and I feel like I need it for Halloween, something spooky, scary, horror-esque. So I'm definitely gonna add this as the last book to Salvin Classroom. Also, like, don't look at the cover too long. It's kind of disturbing if you think about it. So, in the back. Okay. Sorry, I don't even know if I can show that, but we're gonna read this one. Alright, here is the stack of books. We're just missing one since it's not technically out, which is Soul Searching by Lila Sage. But I definitely have a nice set of books here. I'm super excited to read and get into the spooky fall vibes of October. So I'm so happy we found some good books that I can check off for my fall TBR as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe. I post videos once a week, whether it's book related content like this, lifestyle vlogs, kind of whatever I'm in the mood for. So if you like what you're seeing, you should go ahead and subscribe. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye!